So today's class topic is what? Page submission. Page submission. Obviously, to where? Server. To server. But what is that your page contains? Data. Client submitting data to server. That is the meaning of page submission. Client submitting data to server. That is called what? Page submission. How many types of page submission? One is post-back submission, and second is cross-page submission. Two types are there: post-back submission, cross-page submission. And this point, especially connecting with post-back, I covered in differences between ASP.NET and Classic ASP. In the topic I covered. In the topic. Differences between what I'm saying, Classic ASP and ASP.NET. And I said in that point that Classic ASP does not support post-back. ASP.NET supports post-back. Now, what actually happens in post-back? Post-back submission, in the sense, web page will submit data to itself, means to the same web page. Name post-back. Submit the data to itself. And obviously, you're submitting data to itself. It means you require only one single web page. Single web page. And whatever logic you want to execute by that submission, that you can write in button event. Click event is there, no? You can write in click event. That is about post-back submission. Second part, what we have is cross-page submission. Cross-page submission, what will happen? One web page submitting data to another web page. Now, important, page to page. This is one web page data submitting to another web page. That is called cross-page. And definitely, we require to have two pages. One will act as source, the other will act as destination. How to read? I'll show you now. With example, we'll study. That also we already did. Where we did this part also. A C# may we already did, but no problem. Here also we'll discuss this, because we have to manage through browser now. So how to work with cross page, how to work with postback. Today's class will be completely on that part only. File, new website. Add web form. Default.asp. Add. Logic. ASP:label. Run at server. Text equal to enter first value. This is one label. Beside it, ASP:text box. Run at server. ID equal to txt_a. Close. Now break line. Again, ASP colon label. Run at server. Text equal. Enter second value. Then ASP colon text box. Run at server. ID equal to txtb. Then ASP colon label. Run at server. Text equal to result. Label. ASP colon text box. Run at server. txtr. Now here, break line, break line. Here also break line, break line. ASP colon button. Run at server. ID btn add. Text equal to add. Then ASP colon button. Run at server. btn multiply. Text equal to multiply. Then go to design window and see this is how form looks like. Yes. Enter first value, text box, second value, text box, result, text box, add, multiply, 2 buttons. Go to source. Now you have to write logic. Logic. Indirectly, for each button, you have to write respective code, changing your operator. Here, add. I say int I equals to int dot parse txt a dot text parsing. J equal to int dot parse txt b dot text. Then int k equals I plus j. You want to get your answer. txtr result, I mean, dot text equal to k dot toString convert. Check. Third label is important for me. Third label. Here, result is there. For this, I'll give ID also. ID equal to LBLRS. Why I said I'll get back to you now. See here. Here I write LBLRS dot text equal to addition. Or sum, I'll write better. Sum. Semicolon. Same logic, copy paste for multiply. Copy this. Go back to default.aspx, design window, multiply. Paste. Change your operator. Into J. Product. 2 statements or 2 blocks. Now you have to run your code. Yes, only single page we have, don't forget that. And how to know whether page is submitted to server, that also for your indication I'm saying, so that you people can notice that. And what you see currently for this browser, back button is disabled, forward button is also disabled. Both of them means as of now, nothing is submitted to server. Nothing is submitted to server. Now, I input data 178, 129. The moment you click on add, this result will be changed to sum. Answer will be produced. That change to label, change in text box is returned by server as output. And to the same page it submits. Check now. And you focus always on this back button, forward button. That is also important. Click on add now. Yes. 307. Some we got. We are on the same page and back button is enabled. Back button. Click on back button. It will show you the page the way it was before submission. Before submission, it was like this. After submission, it is like this. That is post back submission. That is post back. So post back submission. Again, you want to try different? Yeah, go for it. 120, 178, 889. Add. Second time submission. Now you can go back two times. Backspace. Yes. This was previous submission data. This is original data. Two submission. This is an indication for whether data is submitted to server or not. With this button, which is only one way I'm saying for you to have identification. Okay. Now we'll come up with another logic. Now what you do is, now I simply delete both the buttons. Delete, so that I can delete this code as well. Again I'll add, but now I'm going to write another logic. Then place as usual two buttons. Add. Two buttons. Select first one. Properties. Text. Add. ID. btn add. Okay. Go to events. Click is there right here. Calculate. Function method name. It means whenever you click on add button, that method gets executed. Double click on it. Yes, calculate method is added. Go back to design. Second button, change properties. First, multiply. Come down. btn. Multiply. Then, after that, go to events. Just click on that. Calculate. Now double click is not required. Confirm it will go there only. Then, something important. Go to CS file. You have already calculate method. Now remember one thing. The logic that we write now. The logic is when you click on add button or when you click on multiply button, how should method differentiate now? How should a method differentiate that which button has been clicked? So you have to remember. Whenever you click on add button or whenever you click on multiply button, that clicked button's information will be available in this sender variable. Both of them will execute same method. Add will execute this method, multiply also execute this method. So whichever button you clicked, that button's information will be available in this variable called sender variable. Sender variable. And here I write now button b equals to button typecast sender. Yes. So what does it mean now? You created button class object and you have assigned it to sender variable, because expression is of object type, variable is of class type. So for that we went with typecasting. Typecasting. You want to know which button is clicked, so you can write here. This is only for your understanding. Response dot write. B dot text button is clicked. This is for confirmation, and I'll write break line, break line. Okay, let's run. Add button is clicked. Multiply button is clicked. So who is giving that information? Sender is giving information. Now logic you write. Logic. Int I equals int dot parse txt a dot text. Int j equals to int dot parse txt b dot text. Int k equal to 0. Now you have to write logic. Fetch b dot text case add k equals to I plus j break case multiply k equals to I into j break. Two statements. Result, where you want your result to be stored. So you can write here txtr dot text equal to k dot toString. B dot text. Bas, that's it. Same code, instead of writing in two button logic events, we tried to do that same program with single method. Same thing you repeat. First value 12, second value 12, add, yes. Multiply, yes. Give something else, 122, 77, add, multiply. This is what you call single page submission. Now, second, cross page submission. So I just copy this code. I'll use it in another project, not here. I won't do here. I'll open new website and I'll do that. So I just copy this code because maximum things are same. Later on, I can correct it. Okay. Copy. Close. New website. Website 4. Website. Add new item. Web form. Default.aspx. Default.aspx. Okay. Add it. I'll paste that same code here. Yes. But these many things I don't need. I just want to wind up in a simple way. Right? What is that simple way you want to wind up? You want to have first value, second value, both. No result, nothing. I'm not interested for all this. Mm, I don't want to use this also, no. So I better go with some other button because our logic is being done in separate page. Okay. Now I change here. BTN. Calculate. Calculate. This also we will not write. Text. Add you replace. Calculate. Over. Source page. This. You want to see the content? Design. Yes. First value, second value, two labels, two text boxes, one button. Button name is calculate. Now there should be one more page because now we are going to get the data of one page from another page. Add new item. Web form. Default to.asp. Yes. Now here what do you need? One label to get the result. Simple. Just I want to get one label to get the result. So I put static text. Calculated value. ID. LBL. Result. Just see the design window. Yes, you'll get this calculated value beside it result. Now important thing is in default.aspx default.aspx you have to explain. You have to explain. Explain to whom? CLR. Explain to whom I'm saying? CLR. What you have to explain? That whenever I click on a calculate button, it should go to default to.aspx. That page it should go. Go to where? Default to.aspx page. How would you do? Like this. Select calculate button, go to properties. Yes. Go to properties. Hmm. After going to properties, after going to properties, here there is a property called postback URL. There's a property called what? Postback URL. So where it should go? It should go to second page. You got a list of pages. Browse. Default to OK. Yeah. Anand, there is a small query here. Could you try once? What is this path called? This path. What is this path called? Yeah. What is this path called? I explained you. Three types of path. Three types. What is this one called? Hmm. Okay. Think of it. At the end of the session, you answer. So, okay. So what did you do? You selected the button, go to properties. We have a property called post back URL. And I gave the file name to where the control should go. You said default2.aspx. That is fine. You want to see in source window also? You have that property here. Post back URL. And you give the path default2.aspx. Now go to default2.aspx, go to code behind file F7. You are in page load event method. Now listen carefully. Carefully. Where is your data? Unmute your mic, both of you. Unmute your mic once. Yeah. Let it be. Unmute only. Let it be unmute only. You also unmute. Just stay there now. So what did I ask here? You are currently on which page? You are in default 2 page. You are on default 2 page. Uh, from which page you will be coming to this page? From which page you will be coming to this page? As simple. From default.aspx, you will be coming to default2.aspx. Means you will be initially on default.aspx. When you click on calculate button, you will be coming to default2.aspx. So for that reason, remember, for default2.aspx, default.aspx becomes previous page. Previous page. For whom previous page? For default2.aspx. Previous page means default.aspx. Yeah. Here. Previous page. Previous page mein what do we have? Two text boxes we have. Two text boxes. So you can say dot find control, and you can give a control name txta. Yes. So it is indirectly giving an access to text box. So your information should be assigned to text box t1 equals to, definitely it is error because find control returns control type. You have to typecast text box. Error is gone. Same, I repeat, same. Change your object t2. Change your variable txtb. Then result int res equal to int dot parse t1 dot text plus int dot parse t2. t2 dot text. Yes, you want your result to be stored into text box. lbl result dot text equal to res dot toString. Plus that's it. Important is this code previous page dot find control. So for current page, that is default2.aspx page, default.aspx becomes previous page. For default2.aspx, I said that default.aspx becomes your previous page. Default.aspx becomes what you said? Previous page. Now what you have to do, you have to be in default.aspx now. Execute the code. One 23, 234, calculate 357. If you go back, you were in default.aspx. When you click on calculate, you are in default2.aspx, calculated value 357. This is called cross page submission. Cross page submission. Okay. Now going to third process, third one. So I'll add one more web page. Add new item. Web form. Add default 3. Because you said postback URL, no? Postback URL. That is what already within the page you have discussed now. Postback submission. That you can do normal, not needed to go with this technique. If you are planning to go to other page, then definitely that should be done only with postback URL. That is the reason it's called cross-page submission. It's going beyond to that page from where you are submitting data. Yeah, now same. Let's go. Here I'll have same. We are talking about postback submission only. But this postback submission will be automatic now. Automatic. How? Listen. ASP colon label. Label. Run it. Server. ID. Text box. Run it. Server. ID. TXT source. Break line. ASP colon label. Run it server. TXT target. Close. Here you'll write break line, break line. Two labels, two text boxes you get. Source target. This time I won't be providing button, because if button is there, then it will go with, if you have a button, either you can submit data to itself or you can submit data to another page if you have button. But this time I want to post back, no doubt. I want to do post back, but this post back, I don't want to write the, I don't want to do it like, something like manually. I don't want to do it. No manual process. Then how would you do? If you're not interested for manual process, how would you do? Then we want that to do automatic. So you have to select this text box. Then go to properties. There is a property called auto post back. Make it true. Yes. Double click on the text box and you have to add txt tgt target dot text equal to txt src dot text. Best. Control F5. We have executed the code. Now give the code. Source I'll give Ahmed. The moment I leave my text box, automatically that data is copied here. Yes. Post back happened. Back button enabled. Post back happened. Data is submitted to the same page. But information is copied to where? Target. What is this process called? Auto post back. And it is mentioned here. Here. Auto post back is true. Default event of the text box. Text changed event it is. Default event of the text box is text changed event, that is. That's it. Over. 3 things we studied. What is post back? What is cross page? What is auto post back? That's it. Let's not go further on this topic. Tomorrow's class I'll continue.